So many of you were able to join us last night at a reception we had, and everyone in this great group behind me shared some thoughts, and patients spoke to the group last night. And today, Ziad has offered to say some comments on behalf of the group and the impact of the program. So take it away, Ziad.
What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates. My name is Ziad and I will be representing the Graduating Summit Level of 2013 Youth Leadership Program with the Tim Hortons Children Foundation. I intentionally selected this quote because I feel that my life, and the life of many of my graduate peers here, tie directly into this quote. We're all different campers. We're all different people with a unique past that we all leave behind us. We have a bright future that's exclusive to us. But no matter where we're from or where we're going, we unite here at camp. And this experience is what lies within us. Us as a family, we're diverse, and that's the best part. I'm an 18-year-old Muslim Sweden-born Pakistani Canadian. And today, I'm going to share some of my experience and stories with you. The kind of kid I was, no one would have ever imagined me to end up where I am now. In fact, not even myself. I remember walking into Canada a few years back and into a totally new society, a new culture, a new environment, new climate. Never seen negative 30 degrees Celsius before. You know, coming into a totally new, meeting new people and all this new world. And truthfully, sometimes we don't like to admit it, but I was lost. I remember walking down the hallways of my school for the first time, dressed in my traditional clothes with my hair combed back and my shoes nicely polished. I remember going to my classrooms an extra 5 minutes early just to greet the teacher. And all the students would think that I was an alien. My dad told me just smile and nod, right? And I thought it was good advice, you know, just smiling and nodding. What could possibly go wrong? I remember walking down the hallways and there was a group of cool dudes, is what you call them, cool dudes, and they'd come to me like, "Hey man, what's up?" And so I would just smile and nod and I'm like, "Nothing is up, man." Then I remember walking down hallways and or going through this one door. It was beautifully scented. It was a bathroom, air fresheners everywhere, stalls with doors, mirrors that you can look yourself in. And all these things, and then I opened one of the stalls and I realized that I'd entered the girls' bathroom. And back home is just a hole in the ground. You do your thing, squat, and fill it back up. What I'm trying to say is that even if we disregard all the struggles that happened before I came to Canada, I still struggled a lot. And you know, people say Canada is a land of opportunity, and I agree, it definitely is a land of opportunity. But what ended up happening is people started to give up on me. And in fact, I started to give up on myself. Academically, I wasn't succeeding. Socially, I was a failure. And no matter what I did, it seemed as if I was wrong. My parents put in an immense amount of effort and time to make sure that I turn out to be a better person. And they're not here right now, but I do want to thank them, and I love them for everything that they do for me. But another opportunity that really changed me was this opportunity to go to camp. And this opportunity changed me from within. These 10 days in the summers for last 5 years have had probably the most drastic positive change in my life. And as soon as I would return from camp, it would seem that it was impossible for me to share my experience with words. But even the word impossible says, I am possible. So my words failed to show that these 10 days were the most valuable times of my summer. My actions never did. Moving to the first level of the Youth Leadership Program, I felt similar to what I felt when I came to Canada, but in a different way. As soon as I entered the camp, it seemed as if I entered a resort for lunatics. I came off the bus and there was grown-ups going like this. I thought it was some sort of Indian dance. Later on, I learned these things are called jazz hands. And further days progressed, and it seemed that you were broadcasted in a newer version of High School Musical. Everywhere you went, they were singing. You were walking, you were singing. When you eat, you're singing. Before you sleep, you're singing. In your shower, you're singing. During your sleep, you're singing. But all this excitement, all this energy that they showed and they radiated onto us, and it got me excited and energetic, just being in that environment. But the most confusing part out of everything was the names. My counselors were Bubbles and Monkey. I thought they were real names. Later we learned that these camp staff and camp people have camp names, and they don't really release their identity to us. The only thing I still managed to do was enter the girls' bathroom. But at the end of the day, we would sit around in a campfire, we'd talk about our day, where I would learn and connect with people and understand who they really are. And all these struggles that everyone else faces as well. I didn't feel like I was alone anymore. And outside of camp, most people would just say, they would respond to my struggles by saying, it's normal, or it happens, that's life, you move on, suck it up. But not these counselors. These counselors put in their time to recognize the struggles and take that step forward, to give you helpful advice and to guide you to your best potential. Instead of me being lost in the cultural differences, camp accepted my culture and even taught me to balance the culture and maintain the two. I was able to respect both of the worlds and be who I am, and more importantly, who I wanted to be. I was able to understand Canada's geography and its culture by traveling to the different parts of provinces and different parts of Canada through the YLP years. I learned and understood the meaning of teamwork, leadership, mentorship, responsibility, respect, unity, trust, and even learned how to be happy. Most of all this was done through a very fun process. And believe it or not, when I came back from camp, I started singing songs from one class to another. I received top academics in junior high, ranked 25% of high academics in Canada. I was enrolled in full-time high school international baccalaureate program, started running clubs, captain of sports teams, started being involved in the community, and then getting recognized for my volunteerism and leadership and citizenship. I even got my own business and started and working, and now I'm in university and funding myself. But all this confidence, all these skills, this inspiration, this encouragement, all this motivation, it was due to camp. If camp hadn't shown me that I'm not alone, if camp hadn't given me that opportunity to step out of my comfort zone and reach to a higher potential, to climb higher grounds, if camp hadn't anchored so much excitement and enthusiasm in me to be involved in my community, if camp hadn't inspired me, I wouldn't stand here today as an inspiration for others. The take-home message I really want to give out to you, and some of you are far more successful than I can be, but especially to my fellow graduates as well. And I learned this along my experiences, is that whatever your past is, what you do now is what you will become later. And if you don't go and get what you want, you simply won't ever have it. And if you don't take that step forward to go and get it, you will always stay in the same place and never have it. So on behalf of our graduating summit team of this year, and for all the years to come, I'd like to recognize our honorable owners, TDL staff members, and everyone else in the room who've allowed us this opportunity and allowed thousands of other campers this opportunity to camp in a truly life-changing experience that we would not have gotten otherwise. So I genuinely thank each and every one of you for your continual support. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Tim Hortons Children's Foundation lies within us. Thank you.